So today we're going to assemble a water manifold, and we're going to start by taping with Teflon tape the three fittings. I've already taped two. My recommendation is that you always, when you wrap your tape, you're going to want to follow in the manner that you're going to screw on the fitting. So you can see we're going to wrap in the direction of the fitting is going. I'm going to give it about 3 turns, and from there we're going to assemble each of the, actually I'm going to start in the middle to make sure that I have room to make the turns. So you're going to hand tighten each one, and by starting in the middle, that gives me more room to get this. You're going to have, I'm doing this like I would in the field. It would be extremely nice to have something like a vise, but I'm going to assume that I don't. And you can see the middle one is going to be the tough one because it's the one that's got the most resistance. And when we finish, we want to make sure that we line up with the outside, the handle to the outside. We get it good and tight. And our thread sealer should take effect. Once we get that wrench out, we're going to go ahead and assemble the other two. Again, you can tell that as you screw this on, the Teflon tape's not going to wrinkle because we wrapped it in the correct direction. There is room on this manifold that as long as the valves are in the shut-off position, that they will tighten and go past each other. Something like a vise would give you much more control. I'm assuming that you may not have that luxury in the field. Get it as tight as we can, hand tight. And then we're going to take it the rest of the way using 2 wrenches. But we do want to finish with the handle sticking straight up. And then we have the last one. Assembling the manifold first. Obviously, if you can do this in your shop before you get to the location, that also would be handy. A little snug. Now that we're finished, we're going to assemble our incoming water line, and you want to make sure you have the right size odor clamp. And I always recommend the side jaw pinchers. Make sure you get a good seal. It also helps to have good quality cutters, making sure that you get a nice square cut on the tubing. Now, for test and installation purposes, I've just cut 3 short lines out so we can check for leaks. And I can run into this drain pan next to me. It's also helpful if you have like a cup of hot water. I didn't do it, but a cup of hot water, if you dip the tubing down into that, it will slide over the fittings a little bit easier, especially if you're assembling a whole bunch of these at once. You don't want to wear yourself out. Now, I've got the water line already connected. I'm going to shut off these valves. So now we've got all the valves shut off. I'm going to turn the water on. Water is on. Now that we have everything hooked up, we're going to leak test. I'm going to start here in the middle, and we're going to turn the water on here. Got to make sure with under pressure that it doesn't just go spraying everywhere. But no leaks anywhere. Good crimp fitting here. Shut off valve working. No leaks back here. I'm going to shut that one off so I can keep up with them. I'm going to come down to this one next. Turn it on. And you can see this has been under pressure for a bit, and there were no leaks here and no leaks here. Same thing here. These have been under pressure for a while. No leaks here, all the way around. Good to go.